What's up, Dara Mactire, and welcome to episode 3 of the Tournament Realm Match Breakdown / Analysis series. If you guys don't know what it is, then I'm going to explain it to you. This series is about me going over Tournament Realm clips versus different comps, and I'm going to be explaining the strengths and the weaknesses of the different matchups, and what comp has an advantage over another comp, and what classes have advantages over other classes, and I'm basically just going to break the game down so that you guys can see how us gladiators analyze games. The first matchup is RPS versus Holy Paladin KFC. Our general strategy is to lock down the warrior and minimize his damage as much as we can while our Shadow Priest dots everything up trying to get it primed. Their general strategy is to just tunnel our Shadow Priest and not let him cast at all. Basically, this is very effective, and plus, they do a lot of damage to Shadow Priests. This is a pretty weak comp considering they're running with a Holy Paladin, but warriors on TR are really strong. They do a lot of absurd damage. RPS should generally win a long-term game due to rogue damage and heals, but it's still quite easy to die during rapid fire and recklessness. If they have these cooldowns up and they get you into some sort of CC, your Shadow Priest better have Disperse, or he's gonna die. Eventually we'll land enough CC on the Paladin to finally score a kill if we live through the cooldowns. The Shadow Priest that I'm playing with is a long-term partner of mine, and we're pretty much on the same page about when we use our cooldowns. Generally he'll disperse if I'm CC'd during one of their damaging cooldowns, and I'll link him if he has nothing. Most of the time you want to link whenever they have their cooldowns pop so that you can get out of all control, such as Scattershot, Monkey Blind, Warrior Fear, Trap. There's all kinds of CCs that can be thrown on you that can be broken by Spirit Link Totem. And that's why it's so important to use it, because they're going to save all of those instant CCs that are very short but breakable by damage for whenever they have their big cooldowns up. By the way, make sure your priest is wearing maximum resilience against this comp, because they're going to tunnel him pretty much the entire time. Hunter Warrior does so much damage to cloth wearers, and hunters do a lot of damage to cloth wearers, period. This next game is versus the same comp and the same team, so I'm going to let you guys hear Skype for this one.
Getting on Pally for CC.
Done. Monkey blinded.
Sapping it?
Well, it's where?
Maybe. Yeah, sap.
We're trinket the coil, man.
Sure, yeah, cheap shotting him.
May have to just link. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kick you up here. If I get kicked, I'm just going to link.
Can you hear? Bombing?
Silent shotted. Actually, I don't have to right now.
That's the man.
I was able to get a few heals off there.
Man. Oh.
Can you get that? I'll hex.
Blind him.
Okay. I'll hex this trinket.
He has to trinket that.
Yeah. Here's the hex after the scatter shot.
Hunter's good still. That's real good.
Pally is full hex right now.
I'm gonna pull your warrior really soon.
I'm gonna half sap out of that.
Still have my heal stop. Stopping.
Keep showing Hunter, man. Bombing him, kill him.
I can't. Like.
Nothing here.
Take time. He's got wrecked.
Get the Paladin swings off.
Getting a re?
Interrupt the Pally heal. Never mind.
Storm what?
He's on stun DR.
Okay.
Full finger, man. I got wings for this warrior.
Getting a re?
Silent shot.
Down here, cause
Keep shutting him.
I'm gonna trinket this, don't dispel me
back
infecting.
him. Sassy, man.
He missed it.
Oh, I got obliterated.
The next game is RPS again versus Shadowplay. This would normally go in the favor of the RPS, but we're on Ring of Valor. This map makes the matchup pretty even. We still have a rogue to lock them down and not allow them to cast, but we can't keep everyone from casting the entire game. Our general strategy is to lock down the Shadow Priest and the Warlock, minimize the dots that they can put out, and our kill target is pretty much going to be anyone on their team. We have to line up kills by waiting for our Shadow Priest to get something fully dotted and then do a fear swap. If you don't know what a fear swap is, it means that whenever you fear 2 targets and then you kill the one that doesn't get feared, you basically just set this up by waiting for them to group up, and whenever they group up, you AoE howl them and then you open up on the target that you want to kill. For example, say that your kill target is the Shaman and you howl both the Priest and the Warlock, then the Shaman is basically doing a 1v3 because he's in a stun, he can't tremor or dispel his teammates, and they have to trinket. It works really well both ways, even if we don't get a kill, because it also sets us up for our next kill. If his partners don't trinket, then he could possibly die, because he can't take us on 1v3, obviously. You guys can see this game where my hexes were kind of non-existent on this shaman. I mean, I may have gotten a few, but I'm really not able to land that many, because I can't really push up on them. There were only a few times whenever this shaman overextended and played in the middle of the map, and it was really unfortunate for him because he shouldn't be out there versus us. He should be playing as far back as he can so that I can't touch him and our team can't CC him. It's going to be really tough to land hexes on shamans versus shadow play, simply because of the amount of damage that they have whenever you push up on them. Of course I land a few, but you know, it's not as many as I'd like, because it really helps you set up stuff whenever you put people in full CCs, because they either sometimes have to trinket, they sometimes, you know, let one of their teammates die in it, they, you know, it just makes the game all around better in your favor. This comp is really tough, guys. You can see me making mistakes left and right. I'm missing wind shears. I'm a little bit late on my wind shears. Part of that is because of latency. The tournament realm was actually on the west coast instead of the east coast this time. So you get a little bit of latency, and sometimes you're a little bit late on your wind shears. I think I missed like 5 wind shears simply because I was just like that millisecond too late. And I got the wind shear off before I went into a CC, but it didn't interrupt the CC, which is really unfortunate, and it just happens sometimes. I feel bad for guys who play from, you know, Australia and New Zealand and stuff, because it's really annoying, not gonna lie. But anyway, it's really not very good to make mistakes against this team, because they can capitalize on your mistakes so well, simply just through damage. The biggest tip that I can give you guys fighting against this comp is to dispel very frequently. And you may laugh, LOL, shaman spam dispel. Well, I mean, it's super effective, and that's what you have to do to win. You can't let full rows of dots go up and not dispel them. You know, eventually your rogue is going to miss a kick, you're going to miss a wind shear, you're going to miss a grounding, or your team is going to be CC'd and unable to interrupt, and the warlock is going to get full dots, and the shadow priest is going to get full dots, and they're going to be there. You're going to have to get them all. Now, here's a little method that I use, guys. I'll Riptide and then dispel, so that way I'll be out of the silence just as soon as my Riptide comes back up. So that way I can Riptide dispel again. Congratulations to the winner of my giveaway on my last video on my channel. It was a next level PvP subscription, and I had 2 winners. The winners are RSPKERZ100 and Strange Meat Pie. Strange Meat Pie, I need you to contact me. I've already spoken with RSPKERZ and we've gotten him set up, and now we gotta set you up, buddy. So make sure you check your YouTube inbox. If you guys enjoyed this video, then the other 2 episodes for this series, the first 2 are on my channel, youtube.com/JonathanL0L. Make sure you go check it out if you enjoyed it. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like. If you have something to say, then leave a comment. And if you're not subscribed to Dara Mactire, then make sure you subscribe. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I appreciate all of you guys watching. I'll see you next time.